Each civilization has its own idea of the truth, of the world, of history, of philosophy, religion, ideas of law, ideas of morality. And no one has a claim to being the only one or the best one or the absolute one. But the West, having colonized the world and having so much power over everybody else, and the language of the West, English, which we are speaking, having become sort of universal, through the institutional mechanisms controlled by the West in education, in media, in policy making, and through various other means, the Western ideas have become kind of globally universal. So Western universalism is basically a term which means that the West's point of view on certain things have become universal. Now, just like a fish might not recognize water because it's so immersed in it, we are so immersed in Western universalism, including Indians, that we might not even understand that such a thing exists. We might think it is universalism, it's real universalism. So it helps us to step out, and I'll give you a couple of examples. The Chinese have created a kind of Confucian universalism using Confucian thought, Confucian ethics, Confucian modernity, which says basically that there is another way of being modern and having science and technology, but not necessarily imitating the West. And so while the Chinese are becoming very industrial and very progressive in a modern sense, they don't think that they have to Westernize in order to do that. So they can be Confucian in their identity and their sense of history and values, and yet be modern at the same time. A second example is Islam. Islam, while it hasn't achieved the same modernity as China, but Islam claims to have an alternative worldview of everything under the sun according to an Islamic philosophy. So there's certainly a Western universalism contesting that is a Chinese universalism and an Islamic universalism. So the question I was wondering is whether there's an Indian contribution to this discussion among universalisms.
All right, so your book is then a formulation of what you think that contribution is?
Yes.
All right, how would you say it in a short message?
Well, the first idea, to walk you through the logic of the book, the first thing I want to say is it's important to assert difference, because difference is a principle of the cosmos, and the only way to avoid difference is to make people homogeneous. And to make cultures homogeneous, it requires either you genocide somebody, or you enslave somebody, or you convert everybody to your point of view, or those who have an inferiority complex can start mimicking someone else, pretending to be someone else. There's a loss of diversity in any such method. So the alternative to this loss of diversity and homogenization into a single universalism is being different. So that's the title of my book, is Being Different.